Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. Here I have for you today 2010 Toyota Tundra. She's 4-wheel drive, has a 1URF-E which is 4.6 I-Force engine and 227,000 miles on the odometer. That was a lot of numbers, wasn't it? And I never found for you something so simple like an engine oil and filter change for you. So let's do it today in this video. That light from these skylights is killing my video production. Look at all these contrast shades, shadows, light. That's crazy. They're more problematic than you will think. I already had the plastic sheets in front of it, so it nicely dispersed the light. It was totally usable here. But then the condensation was dripping in the sheets. And the roof was leaking also, so I had to remove it in order to diagnose and fix the leaks. It's a nightmare. You can see these ones, these are clear. It's made of plastic. So I even tried to paint over them. But then when it was drying, the paint was dripping down all over the floor. So I'm really can't figure out what to do with it. If you have experience with this, let me know. If you ever decide to work on these, make sure you have good supporting equipment. These are really heavy trucks. Here is finally a look underneath the hood. This is that little bit less common 4.6 liter I-Force V8, which has that code 1URFE. Here is that oil filler cap. We can look if there is any condensation underneath it. Oh no, this is good. I don't see any sludge, so this is fantastic. I can let it sit there. But I also do always, I pull slightly that engine oil dipstick right here, like so. So when it will be draining, there will be no vacuum in the engine and most of the oil will get nicely out. She's up in the air, have a standard lift, so she's not really high because there is that lumber rack. You see that? Anytime you get a vehicle like that, you are not very happy. So now the whole service, I will be scoring like a little baby here. And coming from the front, this is what you see. Here is engine oil pan, and we will be draining that oil right here using 14mm socket. So let's go and crack open the drain plug. Oh yeah, I will remove the drain plug. Hopefully it will not make a big mess. So a lot of oil in this engine oil pan, so you don't want to have a splatter all over, but it's going good. Here is the detail of that oil coming out. Now I will have more fun. I have to get rid of this entire skid plate. Removal starts with 3 10mm screws, which are here. That's where it's connected to this plastic. One is missing and its plastic mount is not there. After that it should continue with 5 12mm bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's time to wrestle it off. That's always a lot of fun too. So I will move this baby. There are hooks on that metal. And basically what I did, I move it this way towards to the driver. I will show you the hooks. Basically it was these two. It's kind of hooked on the frame there, so if you want to disconnect it, you have to move it this way towards to the driver, and then it finally drops down. And we will be finally able to see that engine oil filter housing. So the oil was dripping for like 8 minutes. So I'm ready to put the drain plug with a new washer back. These are the gaskets or washers I just mentioned. And if you wanna torque it with a torque wrench, it will be 39 Newton meters. We did so many oil changes, we are not bringing torque wrench for this. We just have a feeling in the hand. You use the short, small ratchet so you don't strip the thread in the oil pan. Nice and snug. And that's it. I always wipe everything so there is no drips later. Now we can turn our attention to that engine oil filter housing. For these you need a special Toyota wrench. You can get it at a dealer or aftermarket store. You can first remove this drain and use the adapter to drain the area and then only remove the whole thing. When I was at Toyota, we were skipping always this, especially if you will work at that fast loop. Some Toyota dealers are offering that. You don't have time to tinker with that drain system to minimize the spillage, and that's because of the time issue. So that it's faster to clean a little bit that sway bar. It's easier, faster. This will be the Toyota filter. Everything is explained on the box. How to install, remove, install, correct? It's that whole system of using that drain on the bottom, which we just skipped. We jumped to the figure 3. So this is what you get inside. This was that draining element on the black background. You will see it better. So that will be not used. We will use only the large rubber O-ring on that housing. The small one was for that drain, so that's a new O-ring. And here is the element as we just saw it. It came out from that housing. Both sides are identical, it's symmetrical. You cannot go wrong to put it either way. So I have wiped off, cleaned this plastic oil filter housing. I will replace the O-ring. Pay attention again, they are talking about that here in the instructions. Don't put it in the incorrect place. If you squeeze it like this, it lets you to remove it. I find the right groove right here, slip it on. I will install the new filter. As I said, either way it's correct. And I'm ready to put it back in the vehicle. So here I am coming back. Can always loop that rubber O-ring. I know I have tiny bit of oil inside, so it's fine. So you can lube it. And now it's written all over. It's on the box. It's even on the housing here. Please torque it only to 25 Newton meters. If there was more space and not a ginormous sway bar, I could do it by the hand only, because I'm very strong man. I can produce 25 Newton meters. It's absolute nightmare when some technicians completely overtied this. It's crazy, guys. Should be not done this way. Because then you can damage the plastic. Just do it only 25. It won't leak because that rubber O-ring will stop the leakage. It will also not fall off, unscrew itself, fall off. So 25 Newton meters only. I will again go and do the final cleanup. These are generally always a nightmare to deal with, at least for me. But it's got to be done. So I'm looking for those hooks. to align them here in front, and it just happened. Now I can grab one of those 12 millimeters because it's holding in the front, and I can align the first bolt right here just temporarily, and then I will go around and put all those bolts back as you saw it. So we are back in the engine bay and we need to enter the new oil. So what oil and how much? Look in here, the answer is in front of us. It's a 0W20 and it takes incredible 8 quarts of that oil. To prevent any spills, I'm using this funnel. I review it on this channel. It's perfect. It's absolutely foolproof way to pour the oil. And here is coming first 5 quarts in this jug. Beautiful new oil, light gold honey color. And then I have to continue with another 3 US quarts. Let's remove the funnel. It's always a little bit oil on the bottom, so I use the rag. Always the last cleanup right here. Put the cap back. Nice and tight. Push the lipstick in, engine oil lipstick, and basically this is finished. Of course, if this was the only service for this vehicle, I will check the coolant, I will fill up the windshield wiper reservoir, go inside, install on windshield a reminder sticker for 5,000 miles, and reset the maintenance system. Only after that we will start it up and go for a short test drive. So I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, give it a thumb up and be subscribed. I have way more coming your way soon. I will be cleaning the throttle body on this. It was requested by the owner. Wink wink. Bye.